Hey, what's up? We're Magnitude, and this is Evil Greed Distro Picks.
Hear my voice come back to the light.
I got here a Slow Fire Pistol record. The drummer is Blake Hall. It's like one of my favorite drummers ever. He's like really phenomenal. We did like a week-long tour with them, and I saw him play a couple of years ago at like a fest in the Midwest, and immediately like I told him like he was like one of my favorite drummers. 7 years later, we ended up doing a tour with him, and I didn't even know it was actually him. But he's in a big group chat with a bunch of like really good drummers, so I look up to him a lot. He moved to Seattle recently, so I haven't seen him in a while, which is sad, but I know he's happy. And the band's really phenomenal.
Super underrated too.
Yeah, definitely.
Underappreciated. Right here I have Ecostrike, A Truth We Still Believe. This is the last record by the band Ecostrike. Now this band is a very sentimental band for me. We did our first tour with Ecostrike, and yeah, we did a short run up and down the East Coast, and from there on out we've been really good friends with the guys. A couple of the guys have joined the band over time, and yeah, I feel like back in, I think 2017, around when we started, they were really taking off, and they really led the charge for bands with bringing back the 90s straight edge chugcore sound and whatnot. And yeah, they're a very important band to me. We got to play their last show recently. It was really awesome to see them off with a cool show. And yeah, this is an important record. I enjoyed a lot.
I got to play drums for that last show.
Oh yeah,
it was
true.
fun. It was good. It was exciting.
Yeah, this guy too. I guess
yeah,
they kind of ran the band by the end of
We
it,
literally both played,
which is fun.
For that set, their last show. It was
Actually,
really good.
I don't. No, I'm just kidding.
What you hell, so true is gone. The face remains the same, but the spirit behind is fading gray. What you hell, so true is gone.
So I got Power Trip, Manifest Decimation. This band used to come to North Carolina a lot, and I saw them a few times. There were always some crazy shows. There was one in particular that I remember. It was in, I want to say Raleigh, North Carolina. And they covered Breakdown, Jail, Depression, and kids were going off like crazy. It was awesome, a lot of diving, a lot of singing along. They always put on a really great show in North Carolina. Like I said, I saw them probably 4 or 5 times over the period of time they were around. We played with them. Was it us or was it one of my other bands?
We got to play with them at Back to School Jam.
Yeah, but do you remember that show in the station during the snowstorm?
At Skylark?
Skylark? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that us?
I don't know if we
was it
played.
Substance?
You might have played. It might have been Substance.
Okay, well, it was either us or one of my other bands played with them. It was like in a snowstorm, and they were on tour with, I don't remember the name of the band.
I thought it was last minute kind of.
Yeah, it was like a last minute show. Like their show got canceled because it was snowing, and they played on the floor at this like tiny bar. That was awesome. There weren't a lot of people there, but it was really packed in because it was tiny. So great band. Love this a lot. Pretty influential for me. Always been a bit of fan. And R.I.P. Riley, of course.
The next one I have is a 7-inch, When Then Becomes Now by Abusive Power from Atlanta, Georgia. This band, again, when we were starting up around 2017, I think is around when this came out. I have to give respect where it's due. Anyone who knows Magnitude knows we're big purveyors for the old school pylon. These guys definitely inspired us around that time period. Just people really passionate about the music, the lyrics, and interacting up front. And yeah, just like some modern day inspiration for us when we were starting out. So they're an important band. This is a really cool 7-inch. I listen to it a lot. It's awesome.
And shout out to Yoon and Disorder. Disorder Vinyl.
Yeah, Disorder Vinyl, Atlanta, Georgia. Check it out if you're there.
What the other one I have is a Be All End All record. Burke actually plays guitar for us now. He plays in this band. He mixed and mastered this, or recorded, mix and master this. Me and him do the same thing. We like record music and mix it and whatnot. So all we do all day long is just talk about microphones and preamps and like mixing techniques and stuff like that. So this is really, really good. It's actually really loud, and I keep asking how he got it so loud. And yeah, phenomenal record. This is a good one.
All right, so next up I got Gorilla Biscuits, Start Today. This is probably one of my most influential and kind of important 80s records for me. I heard it when I was probably in high school, maybe when I was like 17, and it instantly hooked me. They have a great combination of melody with great sing-alongs, mosh parts. The lyrics are awesome. Cats and Dogs is an incredible animal rights song. Kind of puts it from like a very different perspective than you look at kind of the other bands like Earth Crisis, that kind of stuff, where it's very kind of in your face. This is more kind of just like, hey, think about it, right? Which is very cool. Always been a fan of that. Gorilla Biscuits, huge fan. Haven't seen them ever, but I would definitely like to.
Remember when that band Things We Say from?
Yes. So yeah, there's another story. Yeah, I saw probably 8 or 9 years ago, there was a band from Korea called Things We Say, named after a song on this record, that played in a church, and I was like 18 or 19, and they covered, which song was it? Was it New Direction? Yeah, it was New Direction.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Good show.
Me and him were moshing it up. It was fun.
Stand to the side, think about the bunker ride. It all came too big, you can see, now you just can't fucking say it.
Next I have Dead Heat, World at War. We are on tour with these guys now.
Yeah, they're homies now.
They're a very good band, really cool people. And yeah,
Happy birthday, J-Nut.
Yeah, happy birthday, J-Nut. I was kind of raised on the more like thrashy side of things. My dad grew up my dad, when he was around my age, was playing in some thrashy types of bands and
Hair metal band.
yeah, hair metal, thrash metal type of sound. So yeah, I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. These guys do it really well. I feel like this record in particular, they really stepped it up, creating a really good front to back record. I told them earlier at the start of the tour that whenever I go running, this is a record I listen to a lot because it's fast paced, it keeps you moving, it keeps you excited. Lots of cool mosh parts, good sing-along parts as well. And then I think Last Call is just like a straight up rock and roll song. It's really sick. Awesome record.
So I got the Have Heart, What Counts reissue. So this was the first Have Heart 7-inch, and Triple B repressed it as a 12-inch. I've always liked this record. It's kind of weird for me to say this is like probably one of my favorite Have Heart releases, but it's like the most, for lack of a better term, like the most youth crew. It's got really awesome mosh parts on here, really great gang vocals. Like the gang vocals are mixed in a way where they really just kind of like hit you in the face. They cover Outspoken on here, and I think this was how I heard about the band Outspoken, from listening to this song. A cover that one of my later bands would also do, but it didn't go over as well as when they would do it. But great band. Another big important band for me getting into hardcore, probably like around the turn of the 2010s. They were huge in those first couple years after they broke up, so this is a good one. If you haven't checked it out, it's a lot more straightforward than the later stuff. Like I said, pulling from more youth crew stuff, but it's a great record.
Get too much, I got it all wrong. I'm in it for the message, it's more than just a stone.
Next, I have Incendiary, Cost of Living. So story time again. I think there's this fest for breast cancer research that was happening in North Carolina around 2012, 2013, 2014 called Breast Fest. Now, Breast Fest 2013 in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I live, Incendiary was one of the headlining bands at that show. and this record came out right around then. I remember they got a huge pop for this for this music, or for this record, excuse me. And yeah, I feel like Magnitude and the style of music we play is heavily influenced by like 90s chugcore and whatnot, bands like Indecision, and I know they were influenced by that type of stuff as well. So I feel like it was a good band for me to get into early on when I was getting into hardcore, that helped me kind of get a good taste for the type of music that would go on to inspire us later on down the line. So a really cool modern band. They just kill it with everything that they do, and they rock. Yeah, Incendiary Cost of Living.
And then my last one is Integrity Systems Overload. This is a really awesome record. Kind of does a great combination of like the Judge style, but a lot more evil. This is probably the first Integrity record that I really liked. Incarnate 365 into No One. That's just like a perfect transition for hardcore. You go from the really awesome like mosh intro into like the fast song. Great stuff. Integrity, little known influence on some of my writing. I definitely like kind of the combination of like the fast, like I said, kind of more Judge, New York hardcore style fast parts with the harder mosh. But great record. Every song on here is cool. They've got the song Armenian Persecution, which is about the Armenian genocide. That was awesome. That's not something that like I've really heard bands ever sing about, and they kind of picked some different off the wall topics to talk about. So great band, great record. Love it.
All right, for my last one, I have Phoebe Bridgers, Punisher.
Of course you do.
Yeah, this record came out in 2020. My girlfriend, who I'm with now, we started dating right around when this record came out, and I just remembered, you know, at the start of COVID, there wasn't much to do, so we would just drive around and listen to this record front to back. It's just, she's a modern day great, Phoebe Bridgers is, and as far as the singer-songwriter style goes. Heavily influenced by Elliott Smith, and who doesn't love Elliott Smith? And yeah, front to back, it's a phenomenal record. We got to go see her in DC recently, and it was a phenomenal show, and a really good time. Yeah, this will be a sentimental record for me for a long time, I imagine.
I don't know how, but I'm taller. It must be something in the water. Everything's growing in our garden.